Evan and I, the Duo Diggers, are going to do a comparison of 5 pinpointers. We have the Garrett Pro Pointer, which everybody is aware of. The Detect Nex, which is fairly new. The Nokta, which not many people have heard of, but that was one of our first pinpointers, is the Nokta. The TRX, which everybody is getting a buzz about. And last but not least, the new Macro Pinpointer. So we're going to weigh these first. We're going to start out with weight of each of them and tell you what the weight is. Alright, the first one we're going to weigh, so everyone knows, is the TRX. That one is 7.6 ounces. Next one we're going to weigh is the Detect Nex. 6.3 ounces. Next one is the Garrett Pro Pointer. 6.9 ounces. Next one is the Nokta. 6.2 ounces. So far that's the lightest. And last but not least, the new Macro Pointer. 8.3 ounces, so it is the heaviest. Alright, now we're going to do the light test on all these pinpointers. We're doing the first one with the Detect Nex. It's pretty bright. Next one is going to be the TRX. I just dropped the Detect. The TRX with a case on it. Can you see the coin? Because I have it about the same distance. That's the TRX brightness on that coin. Same coin, same distance. Can't see it with the TRX. Not a very good light. Next one is the Macro Pointer. It's the same distance away. It's pretty bright. Next one is the Nokta. The Nokta pinpointer. Got a pretty good light. Alright, we're going to talk about the covers that come with the pinpointers. I'm going to start with the Macro. The Macro, you get 2 different covers with the pinpointer, and these come off. So this one has a scraper so that you can scrape your targets with the little edge. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a scraper on it, so that's good if you're wanting to scrape your target, and it stays on there really, really secure. It snaps on, so it's not going to come off. So it comes with that one, and then you have just a plain one that snaps on. I haven't used that one yet. I like the scraper because it scrapes the hole, but this protects your pinpointer. So the Macro comes with those. And the Detect Nex comes with this little rubber tip. They give you another one with it, so you'll have that to protect the tip. So that's nice. It protects when you're searching the hole. And then the TRX, you can buy these aftermarket. It's a whole cover that protects the whole TRX so you don't get it all scraped up. And they also have this for the Garrett Pro Pointer. We don't have one on it, but they do make this. You can order, I think, off of eBay for the Garrett. It's just kind of a rubber protective case. Now we're going to do the depth test, and the first pinpointer we're going to use is the Nokta. We're going to be testing old coins that are silver and copper, and then modern day coins. So here's a Franklin $50, 90% silver. Start out here at 6 inches. And the Note only has one setting, kind of like the Garrett. We're at 4 inches, 3 inches, 2.5, just under 2 inches for the Franklin silver $50. Now we're going to do a Standing Liberty quarter silver, 90% silver. Yes, we'll start at 4 inches, 3 inches, 3.5, 2 inches, about 1 inch and 3/4. Now we have a barber dime, 90% silver. Start at 3 inches, 2 inches, just at 1.5 inches on the barber silver dime. Here's a war nickel, 40% silver. Start at 3 inches, 2.5. Oh, the war nickel's right at 2 inches. And here's an Indian head penny. Start at 4, 3, 2.5, 2 inches. Weak. So it does pick up at 2 inches. Now this is modern day quarter, or I mean $50. It's a bicentennial $50. Start out at 7 inches, 6, 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2 inches. Modern day quarter. Start out 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, about 1.5 inches for the modern day quarter. Modern day dime. Start out at 4, 3, 2, about a little over 1.5 for the modern day dime. Modern day nickel. Start at 5, 4, 3, 2.5, a little over 2 inches on a modern day nickel. A modern day penny. Copper penny, not zinc. Start at 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, just over 1.5. Now we're going to do the Garrett Pro Pointer depth test. Start out with our silver coins, our Franklin. Start 6 inches, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, just at 1.5. Standing Liberty quarter, silver, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, just at 1.5, barely. Barber dime, start at 4 inches, 3 inches, 2.5, 2, 1.5, just about 1.25 inch. Well, it's about 1.5. War nickel, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, a little over 1.5 for the war nickel. Indian head penny, 4, 3, 2.5, 1.5 on the Indian head. Modern day bicentennial $half, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, about 1.5. Modern day quarter, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5. Modern day dime, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, about 1.25. Modern day nickel, 4, 3, 3.5, 2, a little over 1.5, 1 3/4. And then a penny, copper penny, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5 on a copper penny. Now we're going to do the detect necks. Silver coins, Franklin, will start out at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2. Ooh, just, it'll actually pick up at 2 inches. Standing Liberty silver quarter, 5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. Just a little over 1.5, 1 3/4. Barber dime, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5. War nickel, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, a little over 2, right about 2.25. And then the Indian head penny, 5, 4, 3, 2 inches. Modern day $half bicentennial, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, just below 2 inches. Modern day quarter, 5, 4, 3, 2, about 2 3/4. Dime, modern day dime, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, just about a little over 1.5 inches. Nickel, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, right at 2 inches on the modern nickel. Copper penny, 4, 3, 2, 1 inch 3/4. Now we're going to do the macro pointer. Without the case on it. Alright, silver $half. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.5. Right at 2.5. No, 2.25. Standing Liberty quarter, 5, 4, 3, 2.5. Right at 2 inches. Barber dime, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1 3/4. War nickel, 4, 3, a little over 2, almost 2.5. Indian head penny, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2 inches. Modern day $half. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, quarter, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, just slightly under 2 inches. Modern day dime, 4, 3, 2.5, 2. Oh, a little above 1.5. Nickel, 4, 3, 3.5. It's like 2.25. And then the modern day penny, 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2 inches. Alright, now we're doing the TRX. Franklin half dollar, 6, 5, 4, 3.5. Picks it up at 3.5. Standing Liberty quarter, 5, 4, 3.5, right about 3 inches. Barber dime, 4, 3.5, 3, just under 3. Really strong at 2.5, but war nickel, 4, no, start at 5, 4.5, 4, 3.5 on the war nickel. And the Indian head, 5, 4, 3.5, 3. Modern day half dollar, 6, 5, 4, 3.5. Quarter, 5, 4, 3 inches. Dime, 4, 3.5, 3 inches. Nickel, 5, 4, 3.5, 3.5 on the nickel. Modern or copper penny, 5, 4, 3.5, probably 3 inches on the penny. We're going to talk about all the batteries. The only one that's different than all 4 of these is the TRX. This one takes either 2 AA or 1 9-volt, so that is an advantage on the TRX because AA's cost less than 9-volt. The rest of these all take 1 9-volt. And one thing to point out, the detect next, this light stays on all the time when you're detecting. You can't turn it off, so that is kind of wearing the battery down faster. Whereas the macro, the light doesn't stay on all the time, so you're going to have a longer battery life on this. They say in the brochure 30 hours on 1 9-volt. So I haven't used it for 30 hours to know, but I have not had to replace it. And then the Detect Next comes with this lanyard. It comes with a little ring, so that's not extra, whereas the Garrett does not. You have to buy all that and put it on there. So that's an advantage to the Detect Next. It does come with this. And the other thing I want to point out about the TRX, it does have this little hook, so you could put one on here. To put one on here, it comes with the hook already attached to the TRX, so you could attach your own. What else? Alright, now we're going to talk about the ease of buttons. I'd say that out of all 5 of these, I would prefer the Garrett's button. It's very easy to turn on and off by one push. The next one I would say would be the Detect Next. Just turn it on right there, turn it off. Then probably the TRX, push it on, push it off. The last 2, this one has a slide. You have to slide it forward to turn it on. So that's the forward, or you turn it back. It's got a slide button, and that one sometimes when your gloves are wet, it's hard to get it on and off. Your hand doesn't slide as good. This one's vibrate in the back, and that one's sound. And then last but not least is the macro. This button's up on the end of it, so you have to push this, you have to hold it down. And then when you turn it off, you have to just push the back. So if this is already in your pouch, that's kind of a nice thing just to push the top. And the other feature of all these, which 4 out of 5 don't have, this one is totally waterproof. You can submerge this totally in the water up to 3 feet of water for 30 minutes. The rest of these, none of them are waterproof. So that is a very good advantage to the macro if you like to do a lot of water hunting. Right, now we're going to talk about the sound, the speaker. Here's the TRX. I'm going to turn it on. That's the sound of the TRX. Then we're going to do the macro. Speakers in the back here on the macro. Got good sound, pretty loud. Then the detect necks. That one's pretty darn loud, the detect necks. The Garrett. Not as loud. And the Nokta. Can't get it on. Alright, here's our summary. This is just our opinion. We gave all the rankings of the 5 pinpointers. This is out of 5. So as you can see, like sound, the one that has the loudest sound is the detect necks. Next would be the Nokta. The macro and the TRX have tied, and then the Garrett is the least loud. Light, the macro again, and the detect necks have the best light. Nokta not so much, and the TRX, the light is barely even there. Weight, we ranked this on the lightest, so we thought that the Nokta got the highest ranking because it's the lightest pinpointer. And then came in the detect necks, the Garrett, the macro is the heaviest, so we gave it a 1, and then the TRX a 2. Buttons, ease of use on buttons, we feel like the Garrett and the detect necks have the best buttons, then the macro, then the TRX, and then the Nokta, we don't like that slide button. Covers, basically the macro won that because it comes with already 2 covers, protective covers. And then the TRX, you can buy one aftermarket, and you can also buy the same one for the Garrett. The Tech Necks, we don't know if it has a cover. And then the Nokta, it has the cap, sorry. The Tech Necks has the little tip. It comes with an extra one too if that one wears out. And the Nokta I've not seen any cover for, so it got a 1. Battery life, I'd say the TRX is the best because it has the option of the AA and the 9-volt. AA's are less expensive. And then the macro battery life, it said in the brochure it'll last 30 hours. We haven't had it long enough to test that, so we haven't had to change the battery. The Garrett gave it a 3. The Detect Next seems to go through batteries pretty fast, and then the Nokta a 2. Depth test, we feel like the TRX has the deepest amount of depth. Then the macro and the Garrett and the Nokta are tied, and the Detect Next is right behind the macro. Safety clip. The Detect Next comes with a safety clip, and then you also have an option to put one on the TRX because it has a little ring to put one on. The macro does not. I don't think you could put a clip on that, and neither the Nokta. And then waterproof, obviously the macro is full waterproof. The TRX, you could make it waterproof with some silicone along with the Garrett. And the Detect Next, don't know if we could make it. It'd be harder. And then the Nokta, I don't think you can make that waterproof. So our overall score looks like, from adding up all these numbers, the Detect Next won by 1 point. And again, this is just our observation. The Nokta had the least amount of features. Then came the Macro and the TRX, they tied, and then the Garrett is 28. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some information on buying one of these 5 pinpointers. And until later, keep watching, comment, subscribe, and like. Have a good evening.